49ers Rebel Talk. Hello there, 49er faithful, and welcome to another edition of 49ers Rebel Talk. I'm your host, the Niner Man. It is great to have you with us. Let's go ahead and pick up where we left off from last week when I was in the middle of my interview with Tony Parrish, the former starting strong safety of the San Francisco 49ers. And we're going to go ahead and begin with a question I had that actually involves the current state of the San Francisco 49ers. So, hope you enjoy it.
And my next question for you, and I'm going to apologize right now because I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but who do you think should be the starting quarterback of the 49ers for the 2016 season?
You know what? I think I'm ill-equipped to answer that question because it depends on what type of offense you want to be. What type of personality do you want the team to have? And so once that question is answered, whether it be through Chip Kelly and the rest of his staff, then you go with the quarterback that serves you best. So that would be my answer to it because I don't know, what they want to be. Chip Kelly, hey, he puts up numbers, he moves things around, but what exactly is he looking for? He has a guy like Colin Kaepernick there, and he's different than Bradford and Nick Foles and the guys that he had there in Philly. Now you have two different guys here in San Francisco. So which one does he think is going to be able to execute his system properly? Because whether you like Chip or not, the fact is if you just look at the numbers, his offenses produce.
Okay, yeah, and you're right. That's the thing. Lately this is the biggest topic with the 49ers fans. Who should be the quarterback? People are saying Colin Kaepernick, maybe Blaine Gabbert, or maybe drafting a quarterback. But overall, I like your answer because you're saying it's all about Chip Kelly and his system and who will execute the best for him.
Who's going to execute the system the best? It's almost like when you get into the conversation and people always ask me, who's the best wide receiver you want to get? I go, well, I'm blessed to play against some great wide receivers. But my question is, what type of receiver do you like? Do you like deep ball threats? Do you like underneath guys with strong hands and a good run after catch? Do you like good route runners? It depends on how you rank the importance of those, and then I can pick that best wide receiver that fits your answer. Because everyone has things that they do well, and other things that that they're still working on. Even the great ones have areas of weaknesses that they continually work on. If you put a premium on that guy who's going to put on the afterburners and you can throw anything to him, and more times than not you're going to win, well, then your answer is different. For the guys that love that, when people ask me that, as far as the type of receiver that I played against, and that's their game, I throw Randy Moss at them. Randy was putting up serious numbers, and I played against him twice a year when I was with the Bears, and he was with Minnesota. If you want a guy who can give you the deep ball, but it's an underneath and run after catch threat, if you like that, well, then T.O. might be my answer. I played against him when I was with the Chicago Bears. I was playing against T.O. the game that he had the 20 grabs in Jerry Rice's last game with the stick.
Yeah, I believe that was in 2000. Yep, I remember that very clearly.
And was frustrated because I just wanted to get closer to him because I felt like he was catching these balls, and if I was a little bit closer, that I could stop him.
That's the one thing about professional sports. So much could change so quickly. You could be playing against someone who frustrates you, and next season you're teammates with that person. Yeah.
Earlier in that game, I got in a fight with Jerry and T.O. on the same play.
Wow, I would love to get access to that game. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. I remember. I believe it was T.O. who actually caught the ball, and I can usually when you make a tackle and a guy makes a catch that he gets a first down, you can tell when he wants to get up and celebrate. So I held him down, and he liked it. He got up and wanted to start a little pushing match, and then Jerry came over, and it continued.
As I remember, Tony, because there was a couple years when you're out of the NFL. And I think, and what I did notice recently, is that your last season playing professional football, you actually played for the Las Vegas Locomotives of the short-lived United Football League. Can you tell the viewers what that experience was like?
Yeah, it was United Football League. I was out of football because I had I tore some cartilage in my right knee, as I was completely making the comeback after breaking my leg. So I played in '06, '07 with the Cowboys. And at the end of that season, I tore a cartilage in my right knee. And having those back-to-back injuries made it difficult for me to get another job. So I played in the United Football League, which was the front office of the United Football League were guys that were in NFL Europe, and it was a fledgling league, sort of filling the gap between professional football that didn't exist now that NFL Europe was gone, and the NFL has always wanted a bit of a farm system, if you will. The average NFL experience in the United Football League was, I believe, it was 4 years experience to the man. So you got to think if the average NFL career is 3 years, you had a lot of NFL experience in the United Football League, and guys were being signed to the NFL contracts after playing in the UFL. So I played in the Las Vegas Locomotives for 1 year for Jim Fossil. It was the inaugural season of the league. And it was different. Of course, you're not in the NFL, so it's but the talent level was there, the coaching was there, and we ended up winning the championship. And and then I started the conversations with a couple of teams to try to get back into the NFL. So it was a good experience, and so obviously that didn't work. I became one of those guys that got behind the eight ball of having minimum, veteran minimum salaries. Right, so I was under the old CBA, and sometimes it sort of squeezed some guys out of the league because they kind of had to pay you a certain amount, and your parts of the contract were guaranteed. But overall it was a good experience, and had some good conversations with a couple of GMs after I played in the UFL, and then it was time for me to go home and hang up my cleats.
Just want to know, was there, between players and coaches, was there a time maybe you and Jim Fossil had a talk about that wild card game, because he was the coach of the Giants in that playoff game?
No, we did not, actually, and I should have brought it up to him. But no, we did not. I should have brought it up to him so I could, so I can pound my chest a little bit and watch his face. But no, I didn't.
So tell me, how have things been for you in the post-NFL life? Yeah,
post-career is, it's been good. It's been good. It's definitely interesting when you first retire. There are times when when I was sitting at home and just sort of being in the moment and sucking and absorbing the realization of, my professional football career is done, and I've been playing ball since I was for the last 20 years. And now it's done, which is really strange because, I still had those desires to hit people and get some contact. And after that, it just became, okay, let's go on to the next level. Let's put on your entrepreneur hat and get into a couple of projects.
That takes me into my next question, and that, I understand you are also involved in charity work, and can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I've always been involved with charities. When I was in Chicago, I had a program, it was called Bearing Down on Underage Drinking with the governor's wife and the troopers there in Chicago, and I did some work with the Special Olympics. And sort of carried that into my career with San Francisco, and had programs at the University of San Francisco Children's Hospital. So in retirement, I am on the board of a charity called Team Impact. What Team Impact does is it partners sort of chronic and terminally ill children with NCAA athletic teams in their hometown, and the child gets drafted and becomes a team member. And it's really a win-win for the athletes and the child and their family. So it sort of creates a different type of community around the child. You can check it out. GoTeamImpact.org is the website. And I also go visit military troops. I get contracted through a company called Pro Tours and Armed Forces Entertainment, and I've I've gone to, I don't know, a dozen countries probably, and I've been to about a dozen bases in probably about 5 or 6 different countries, and just visiting troops and letting them know that, that we appreciate their service and they aren't forgotten by those that are at home. So it's a great time. I get a chance to see a little bit of the world and, and take a peep into their life.
I really appreciate you taking the time to appear on 49ers Rebel Talk. It was a pleasure to have you with us, and I also want you to know that it was great watching you play when you were a member of the San Francisco 49ers, because you always gave it your all on the field, and you were always ready to hit someone hard.
Thank you. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate you just acknowledging my efforts, It was a pleasure to be on your show. I do it anytime, man.
Thank you so much, Tony, and I wish you all the best, and I'll definitely keep tabs and check out your the website about Team Impact.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, everyone, and that concludes my interview with Tony Parrish. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was really cool to interview a former member of the San Francisco 49ers. And as you all know, not only is Tony a great athlete, but he's also a great person. And I'm sure you heard that he is on the board of a charity called Team Impact. And what Team Impact does is that they improve the quality of life for children facing life-threatening and chronic illnesses through the power of team. And they do that by partnering these children with NCAA athletic teams. If you'd like to know more, go ahead and visit the website, which is located at www.goteamimpact.org, and you can also follow them on Twitter at GoTeamImpact. Okay, everybody, we are getting close to wrapping this one up, but before we do, I just want to share a little bit of news involving the San Francisco 49ers. And according to the Sacramento Bee, the representatives of Colin Kaepernick and the 49ers are due to meet in Indianapolis later this week. And if you want to find out what happens at that meeting, well, then you need to keep on listening to 49ers Rebel Talk. Thank you, everybody, for all the support. I really do appreciate it. I'll be looking to get some more fan input in some of our upcoming editions of 49ers Rebel Talk, so keep on paying attention and keep on visiting my Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/firebalky. Don't forget to subscribe to us on iTunes, and we are now available on Stitcher.com. That is STITCHER.com. For 49ers Rebel Talk, I'm your host, the Niner Man. Thank you for listening.